I
Sure.
surrender the floor to you, Mark.
Thank you very much. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody online tonight and everybody at Petaling Jaya. I hope I said that correctly. And it's a real privilege to be here. And I was just saying in the green room before we came on, it's kind of really interesting how we're all social distance, we're all staying apart. But because of this pandemic and this moment, these online conferences have actually brought us all really closer together in the PechaKucha community around the world. Anyway, without further ado, I'm good to start, and let's kick this off. So my name's Mark Dytham, and along with Astrid Klein, we run Klein Dytham Architecture in Tokyo. I'm going to show you a couple of our projects just to put us in context. This is a building called Ginza Place. It's on the most important crossroads in the center of Tokyo. And it's an 11-story mixed-use building, and the main tenant is Nissan. We also designed this project called Daikanyama Tea Site. It's about nearly 10 years old now, but it's one of the world's most famous bookstores, and really changed the luck of bookstores after the iPad came out. And this is one of the top 10 destinations into Tokyo right now. So 13 years ago, we came up with PechaKucha Night. It's a show and tell format because architects talk too much, and we owned a gallery space in Tokyo, and we wanted to allow young people to come and show and share what they do. But everybody talks too much, so we came up with this idea of 20 slides shown for 20 seconds each, no forward, no back. And from a one-off event, it spread to an amazing 1,227 cities around the world. We don't charge for the format, and I think that's why it's spread. But there's a definite need for people to show what they're passionate about and what amazing creativity lies within your grasp. So this network grew around the world, and then in 2010 there was the earthquake in Haiti, and at that point we were 600 cities, and we were trying to think of a way that we could get together and help Haiti. So we put on an online event. We had a streaming presentation that ran all around the world, and we raised $100,000 for Architecture for Humanity. And along with Cameron Sinclair and the Ben Stiller Foundation, we built a school in Haiti. One small point is that the logo was designed by Shepard Fairey, the guy of Obey. It was really, really amazing moment. And this really got us really excited about what goodness PechaKucha could do. A year later, you can see just 1 year later, the shoe was on the other foot, and we had the earthquake and tsunami in Japan. And this is an area that we've been working in where, you can see that over 130,000 buildings were destroyed in 20 minutes with the earthquake and tsunami. I don't think people really understand the devastation that really took place there. So again, we got a year later after Haiti, we got together with our group and thought that it'd be really nice if we could inspire Japan back. Japan's inspired the world with its fantastic designs, and could the world help Japan get back on its feet and be very positive? So we held an event just a month after the earthquake and tsunami, and all the PechaKucha cities got together and made really inspiring presentations. And again, we raised $100,000. And we built a building in Japan. So we realized that PechaKucha Network is incredibly powerful. This is a building, it's a sports building. And again, we work with Architecture for Humanity, Cameron Sinclair, and Nike to build these sports facilities. Many of the sports facilities were built on because of the temporary homes. 25,000 temporary homes were built generally on sports fields. And so we were trying to find make a place for kids to play. So we did all of this great work, and we held PechaKucha presentations or PechaKucha nights in the affected areas and in Tokyo. And we've realized that we've actually become this really amazing news gathering or information gathering network. And so over the 10 years, the amazing presentations have been made about the disaster. And you can see on the left, this is a presentation made by somebody that lives in one of the temporary homes. And on the right, this is Safecast. It's a citizen radiation monitoring network which has been built. And that's been actually coming quite into the forefront right now for COVID-19. So not only did we have the earthquake in Japan, but in one of our fantastic PechaKucha cities, Christchurch in New Zealand, they had 3 major earthquakes And we, again, ran PechaKucha Inspire events for them, and in Kumamoto in Japan, and also in Nepal. And so it's been a great way to gather information and gather the positivity and the creativity in these really difficult situations. After BBC, CNN, and Fox have moved on, there is a great story to be told. And so that was the inspiration behind PechaKucha Inspire the World. I mean, this is really a global issue we have right now, global pandemic. And we've been holding these events. And our first event was only 2 weeks ago. And we got some of the world's best designers to show and share what they were doing. Carl Bass, the former CEO of Autodesk, was showing what he's up to in San Francisco, making personal protection equipment by clipping the acrylic onto just sports hats. And then Cameron Sinclair comes back, who I mentioned, he was working with Architecture for Humanity before, and he's building these, or he's helping design these pop-up hospital rooms called Jute Health. And they can be built and towed and mobilized anywhere in America. And then there's Tachigawa-san from Nozaina. So he's just taken a simple folder, an A4 folder with 2 cuts. You can make it into a face mask. This video has been viewed over 1 million times in 4 days. And this happened just last week, and he spoke at one of our events on, where are we? On Friday. He's also made these fantastic graphics which show what 2 meters apart actually means. It can be a tuna, it can be the space between the Beatles, or the space between the tatami mat. So really fantastic, really creative, and really inspiring. 20 seconds is quite long, huh? So I want to mention that we've been making some of these presentations on our new platform, PechaKucha Create. It's an online service where you can upload 20 images, voice them, and share them. And one of our presenters made a presentation from Wuhan. In fact, she was an intern at PechaKucha, and she was stuck with her parents for 76 days. And she made a fantastic presentation. You can search it online about her time in Wuhan. Really inspiring too. So I want to thank you and everybody in Malaysia for helping make PechaKucha so special, and so special tonight. It's been very special for me to present. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mark. And I remember hearing one of the things you said in a previous Inspire the World. I think you used the word, we are the last responders. And,
right.
And that's such a good capture of sharing stories, right? I really want to hear more about that from you a little later during question and answers.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have those questions, please put them in the comments. And Mark, we'll see you in a little while.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think, according to the team, we have something wonderful to show you. Maybe if we can pull that up. While the presenters were presenting, our friends at Inca, Mr. Chan Wai, has been drawing. Chan Wai, how does it look like? He's muted right now, but he's doing some pretty wonderful things. We'll come back to that and check out how Chan Wai does a little later, but we see some wonderful drawings already happening.